Now listen, sis, a man who makes promises doesn't deserve your respect, but a man who keeps his promises does. Know this and you'll be fine. Stop settling and making excuses for men like they don't know what they're doing exactly to you. They're fully aware of how they treat you. And when you keep taking, the below par experiences or the love bombing, trust me, they will never change. And your value will keep depreciating in their eyes. And you don't want that to ever happen. Better still, walk the fuck away. Okay? Walk away. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about something really serious, very important and very crucial for women to figure out if you are in a relationship with a person. Now, if you're looking for signs to prove that he is serious about building a future with you, then let me tell you that this video is a proof of the fact that he is all in if he does this 15 things that I'm going to be telling you. Now, we all know that action speaks louder than words, but sometimes when it comes to the emotionally charged playing field of dating and relationships, we get caught up on promises of potential and we overlook red flags and we start to make excuses for poor behavior. So it's important then that we stay clear-headed on observing someone's real and truthful behavior or intentions in order to determine whether or not they really are who they are presenting themselves as. All right? Now, let me be clear. I fully understand how difficult this is to put it into practice, but one of the most powerful strategies that I recommend is for you to consistently take inventory of your relationships and partner. What this means is take an uncensored and honest look at the way things are unfolding, at the way things are going between you and your partner. Are your needs being met? Are you seeing the red flags? Has your personality changed over time? Are you truly and genuinely making each other happy? So make sure to ask these questions and many others, of course, frequently, not just once, frequently. You have to take inventory of your relationship. Just because you like the answers today doesn't mean that you will still like them in 6 months. Hopefully you do, but the only constant thing in life is change, and you need to know that. So if you notice that things have indeed changed, then you need to have the courage of conviction to address the elephant in the room when it walks in. I know consistently holding yourself accountable to, taking this inventory may be very difficult, but it can also save you years of pain and heartbreaks that could come as a result of ignoring red flags. So here are some of the green flags that signal a man is serious about building a future with you, not based on his words, but his actions. Number one, he prioritizes spending time with you. Now, I use very specific wordings here for a reason. Spending time with you, not just texting you, not just DMing you or sending you selfies. I mean, spending genuine, real quality time with you, because truly spending time with you takes effort. It takes effort to plan dates, to drive to your house, to get dressed and look presentable, to back up words with actions. So here's a harsh truth. He could be sending those same exact text messages that he's sending to you to countless of other women out there, if he's just sitting around on his couch and not doing anything or not putting his words into action. But if he is in your physical presence frequently and with intentions, and you feel it in your gut, the genuineness and authenticity of his action, not just words now, believe me, there is no faking that. All right. Number two, he is serious about building a future with you when he makes your happiness as important as his. Now, my sisters, listen. Do you know what unreal, dishonest, ingenuine, uncaring, uninterested men don't do? They don't prioritize your happiness because they're not truly committed to the things that are important to you. A man who is fully invested and fully dedicated to you by default will be dedicated to the things that are important to you. He wants to see you grow and succeed. He loves to see you happy. He's inspired by watching you do the things that sets your soul on fire. As a result, he will take the time to support you and all of your ventures. He will take the time to invest and support you. So if he doesn't do all of that, then you have to ask yourself, how interested in you is he? All right. Number 3, when he plans things into the future and your imprint is on it, then he's really ready. He's ready to build a future with you and no one else. Now, understand that men who are all in aren't afraid of committing to something in the future, no matter how far into the future it is. I mean, why would he be? Honestly, his intentions are to still be with you when that time comes. So if he's unsure about his level of commitment, he will never tie himself to plans that reflect your relationship with him to the future. When he talks about the future, you will never get to hear him put you in the picture. Ladies, see, you have got to be a good listener to notice these subtle signs. Don't play or you learn the hard way. Always listen. Don't be too much of a chatterbox in your relationship that you miss out on the red flags. Because I tell you the truth, some of these red flags are not conspicuous. You have to be very quiet, very discerning, very in tune to know, to see, to figure out, to decipher the red flags. Number 4, if he walks through conflicts with you, he doesn't walk away because of them, then he is serious about building a future with you. So ask yourself these questions. We're going to be asking ourselves a lot of questions, all right, in this video. Let's just analyze your relationship real quick, sis. How quick is he to throw hands up in the air and walk away from an argument? How quick? Is he ever willing to sit down, to communicate and figure out things with you? Look, I need you to know that real commitment isn't just something you stick to when things are good, when the times are good. Anyone can be by your side during the sunny days. The true test of your real love, the true test of real love is whether they would hold the umbrella over you during the rainy days. So ask yourself truthfully, is that man that you're seeing would he be willing to hold up the umbrella for you when you are in your stormy season? Because quite frankly, I think that those challenges that you face together are the very things that create a stronger bond as a couple. They give you an opportunity to find a solution to a problem that benefits both of you. They are a chance to say, it's not us against each other. It's us together against the problem. It is you and I against the cold, cold world out there. We are a team. We are ride and die. There is no exit door in this house. We sit in and talk through our issues or our traumas and find a way out and become a better couple. If you've got a partner like that, who thinks like that, then know that he's in for real with you. Now, number 5, if he's gotten over the fear of missing out because you are the it girl, then he is ready. See, men intentionally want to be single these days, all right? Because they want to be out and around at the biggest events, meetings, connecting, meeting with people, meeting with everyone, connecting, talking, mingling. And they often feel like getting into a relationship, especially with the wrong person, would prevent them from taking full advantage of those opportunities. So they stay single for as long as possible. However, when a man finds someone who overshadows all of that, the fear magically dissipates. All right. So instead, he wants to be spending all of his time with you, building something special. Because at some point in time, these parties and events and nights at the club would seem more exhausting than appealing. I mean, he's been there, he's done that. All right. And he's gotten the t-shirt. Of course, I would never suggest, anyone giving up their social life just because they're in a relationship. Just the opposite, actually. The truth is, your social life evolves when you begin building a future alongside someone. They become your teammate and you become theirs. You attend things together with a much different purpose. You're excited to share new experiences with them. You want everyone that you meet to meet them as well. There is no reason for him to feel like he's missing out on something out there while you're right here. If he gets over that fear of missing out on his single life, then he will see you a worthy partner to stick to, because not all women allow for freedom. Some women just tie you down and they just start manipulating you. No, don't do that, ladies. Let him be free to go out and be with boys and go out to do the things that he loves to do alone, because before he met you, he had a life already. So that life shouldn't stop because of you. But then again, he should put you in a position where you're not insecure. You know that he's not being shady or doing anything out there to jeopardize your relationship or your courtship with him or your marriage with him. You get what I mean? Now, number 6, if he talks more about you and less about him, then you know that that man is serious about you, sis. Now, I think one of the biggest mistakes men make in dating is trying too hard to sell themselves. At times, it's understandable. Men are conditioned from a young age to do the pursuing when it comes to dating. However, some men take the position of, I need to show her why I am the best person for her in order to win a woman's affection. And most times they come across as desperate or self-centered. Plus, a guy cannot, learn about you while he's trying to tell you how great he is. So learning about you takes genuine curiosity. It takes interest. It takes communication and questions. Then after that, follow-up questions. Needless to say, the hope is that you're equally interested in him and the conversation flows, which invariably allows for you to both learn about each other. Do you get what I mean? So if he's interested in knowing you, then you know that he's in for real. Now, number 7, when he does things to make your life a lot easier without you having to ask him to do so. Oh, sis, that's the one. That's the man that you've been asking God for, because not a lot of men do that, all right? When a man does everything he can to make your life easier, then he's the one and you're the one for him, all right? Because not all guys care much for how you feel if they don't love you. So any small but consistent action to remind you that he's always going to be there to help you go through a long life, help you go through along the day, shows a man's intentions for you. The point here is, no matter how much someone has it all figured out, there are always small opportunities to contribute to, your lives. Sure, you can do it all by yourself as a woman, but he should always be there to help just the same. If he's not helping, if he's not supporting to make your life a lot easier, he's not the one for you. Okay? He's not the one for you. You can just bet it on my pajamas. All right? Now, number 8, the real you doesn't scare him away. This is a time to be honest here, because I know we can all be difficult. We can be a little difficult most of the times. Not only that, but being in a long-term relationship means you see people's quirks. You see people's weaknesses, their idiosyncrasies, their annoying habits. You see them when they first wake up. You see them when they are sick or they don't feel well. You basically see them when they're facing loss or they're facing a loss, or they have a challenge or they're struggling with personal things. So a guy who is only half in will just be there for the good times. And when those challenges arise, you will notice him fading away until things get better. But if he's really serious though, he understands that the good and the bad of life come together as a package deal. And he accepts all of you as you are today. So if he runs away from the real, unfiltered, unkempt, not put together you, he is not the one, and he is definitely not ready to build a future with you. Number 9, he brings you around the people closest to him. Now, if you don't get invited over to his parents' house for dinner, or to a family holiday, or to, Friendsgiving with his closest friends, then just know that you're nothing but a fling to that guy. And the reverse only happens when he wants everyone to get to know the amazing woman he's dating, because he knows that you're going to be around for a while. So if you notice that he hasn't introduced you to the people that he cares about after months of dating you, then sis, you are not the one in the future picture. Okay? Number 10, he remembers small details. He knows that you've got a scar on your forearms from falling off, a bike while you were 6. He remembers not just your anniversary, but your parents' anniversary. He knows your favorite candy, and he gets you one every time he sees it at a store. See, men don't pay that kind of attention to details unless they are about someone that they really care about, okay? No this and no peace. Number 11, you are on his social media. Now, this is not so important because there are some people who are very private, but then again, this one is a little weird, but I personally believe it's to be an important point here in 2023. I know some people would still say, nah, it's just social media, but this is how I see it. Your social media is a reflection of your life. It's, well, not your full life, like some part of your life, all right? It's basically where you post and share things that are important to you, it's basically where you document your days virtually. At least that's what I do, But then again, there are some people that are more active than others. Some are also more private than others. But if you're in a long-term committed relationship with someone who actively uses social media and there is no sign of you on their pages, this is a big red flag. Unless he's secretly trying to appear single, he should be willing and excited to show you off as a big part of his life. Do you get what I mean? Number 12, he shares a secret with you and accepts yours. A relationship is about embracing and accepting all of a person. And we cannot accept what we don't know. All right. So he should be willing to lay all of his cards on the table while openly allowing you to do the same. If he's not, then sis, you know the drill. Okay, you know the drill. Now, number 13, he always stays true to his words. Now, listen, sis, a man who makes promises doesn't deserve your respect, but a man who keeps his promises does. Know this and you'll be fine. Stop settling and making excuses for men like they don't know what they're doing exactly to you. They're fully aware of how they treat you. And when you keep taking, the below par experiences or the love bombing, trust me, they will never change. And your value will keep depreciating in their eyes. And you don't want that to ever happen. Better still, walk the fuck away. Okay? Walk away. Walk away. Don't be afraid to walk away, because you know what? There are better people out there. The world might tell you, oh, there are little options here and there, but trust me, there are better people out there. So stop settling. Stop settling. Okay? Stop settling. At least get above par kind of treatments. Don't let anyone take you for a ride. Number 14, he considers your feelings when making decisions. I think one of the biggest reasons that men stay out of relationship is because they simply don't want to consider another person's feelings in their regular decision making. Because when you're single, you can go wherever you want. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can meet whoever you want, all without asking for permission from anyone or worrying about raising suspicion, right? So if he's not checked the box from number 5, like the point 5 that I gave you, where he has overcome the fear of missing out in his single life, then he won't want to give up, the total autonomy he has in his life. Maybe he's not even ready yet. Maybe he has not sown his wild oats yet. Maybe he's just not in that phase of life to be committed, all right? Or maybe he's just not serious enough about you. Because if he was, he would be willing to keep your feelings in mind. Now, number 15, he's consistent and authentic every day with you. A man who is serious about building a future with you would want to show you the real him. He doesn't want to put on an act for you to fall for a false image of who you think he is. He wants you to see, to love and accept him for the man that he has worked to become. And this doesn't mean that he will always be perfect. Just the opposite, actually. All right. It means that he will be real. He will be genuine. He will be authentic. He will be consistent with himself. All right. No filters, no mask, no false personas. Just you and him building a bond together. So when you find someone that you can share this uncensored realness with, that is when deep emotional connection is formed. You see him for who he really is. He sees you for who you are. You both embrace each other. All right? He will know that he doesn't have to be the perfect man to make you happy, but he will be the man he said he was when he first met you. And that, my sisters, are the signs to check out for. All right, then we will stop it here and I will come back again tomorrow with something really juicy for you. Until then, do you know that I love you and you are special. Let nobody make you feel less of the beauty that you are. Okay? Mwah.